Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and welcome to the Wednesday Stamping Through My Stash. Now, I'm going to do something different this week that I don't usually do. I don't know if you've noticed, but I very rarely use the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine live. Like, I don't usually show me doing it because everything shakes and I find it hard to get a good image, maybe if I have a different setup. But today I am going to do it. And at first I was just going to do a video that doesn't show my face at all. But then I thought, oh, well, that's not very much fun. So do pardon me if when we get to the actual die cutting, you might just see the side of me. And I might even have to stand up. I have no idea how bad it's going to look, but we're going to do our best. I want to showcase a couple of die sets that do not go with stamp sets. So they stand all on their own. You could find them at the back of the annual catalog, and I will mention them. So let's take a look, and then I'm also going to share a little tip that I do with my die cutting machine to make sure that my plates last longer. Now, I have to say that if you're still using the old Big Shot, kudos to you. It's a good sturdy machine, but I have to say that the new die cutting machine, not only does it look a lot nicer on your shelf and folds up beautifully, but the plates last longer. They don't bend as quickly. So you get a lot more use out of them. I really love the machine. I find it wonderful to work with. But just so that you know, the plates that work in the new die cutting machine also work in the old Big Shot. So feel free to buy new ones. And also, just a reminder that there's free shipping on Thursday. So today is Wednesday. Thursday is free shipping on orders of $100 or more. Okay, so keep that in mind. I just see that my laptop is running low, so I'm going to have to plug it in. So I see that it's really not good. If you stand up, you don't even see my face. I might just put the laptop a little bit higher so it doesn't get all weird. There, that is better. Now you can still see me. You will probably see the side of me, but that's okay. So I have here the Designer Series tags. So that's 159165. And I'm going to show you those first. And then I have the mini pocket envelope dies here that I'm going to show you second. And that's number 159167. Now before we get started, I have some beautiful brand new plates. They look like glass. You can see through them. They will not keep looking this way. It's impossible. But what I do with the top plate is I have taken a sticker and I've got, oops, let's see, not for cutting, top plate only. That is going to go on here, and that way that one stays good. It stays perfectly clear. It doesn't get banged up too much. So here we go. We're going to put a piece of, oh, you can't even see very much. Now I'm going to see why that is. I'm going to just, there, okay, we're zoomed in. There we go. Now you can see the machine much better. This was still the setting from the last time. So I have my glass plate on here, my clear plate, and we're going to do the designer tags first. And you can do a bunch of them at once. So make sure you put them the sharp edge down. I'm just going to slide this a little bit. And then I'm going to try to do them both at the same time. I have not used this set yet, so I have no idea how well it's going to work. And if it works better to do them at the same time, or if it works better to do them separately. We'll find out. So we'll start with those. Put my number 3 plate on top. Oh, that moved a little bit, but oh well, it's good enough. And then we crank it through. Now it moved. See how it's moving on me now a little bit? I'm going to stop right here because I think it's better to do it separately. Okay, let's just move it. Did it start cutting already? It did not. Okay. See, you learn from my mistakes. Well, mistakes, you know, try things and you see what works. Okay. And sometimes doing 2 things at a time doesn't work. I mean, we women like to multitask, but that doesn't mean it's always more efficient. I'm just going to take that out. Have a look, see? Okay, so we see that this one is really beautifully stitched. It's really pretty, isn't it? So now I have this one, and I'm going to take it out and lay it here and put this on top. And see, now the 2 pieces aren't going to slide around. So definitely works to do one at a time with this one. Unless you could, if you really wanted to, you could put washi tape on or something, but then you have to take the time to do the washi tape, and I don't think you're going to be ahead at all. So now we have this pretty detailed, oh look, oh, well now we know something else. This cuts it out. Ah, okay. And now we have this. I'm going to show you another little product that will help with this. 1 second. So I've got this guy, and I have this piece of foam, and I have a die brush. Now we do have a die brush attachment that fits onto your take your pick tool, but mine's in the Netherlands, so this is my old one. And you just go like this, and all the little bits come out. So that's quite handy. See? And then I thought you could use the tag just like this and put your sayings on it or whatever, but you could also do this. So let's go back. I've got some Night of Navy. I'm going to cut this one. And that's why when you use your dies, for me, I mean, maybe it's not a surprise for you, but for me, it's always a surprise what happens because I didn't pay that much attention the first time around. So here, that's why it's always a great idea to use, look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. How beautiful is that? And then with your saying, it's just really lovely. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's do this big one. And this has a really neat property that I'm going to share with you in just a minute. I don't know if you guys already see it. See those two little ends? Yes. This is going to be great for putting on top of a gift. Hear that cranking? That's okay. Nothing is breaking. Oh, look, I should say nothing is breaking. It's not true. See the glue on here? I'm going to have to clean that off. See this? I've never had this happen before. I want to show you something. Of course it has to happen now. Look, it came off my die cutting machine. There's one on the other side too. So for the left-handed people, it didn't come off. But of course, Murphy's Law would have it that would happen today, and it would fall off on my brand new plate. So I'm going to have to clean that off before we go any further. Okay, it's cleaned off. And now we have this. I'm just going to move this for a minute. And I took a very bright ribbon. And look, just go like so. And then in the other side. Oops, look what you're doing, Jackie. Like so. And I just grabbed a box that I have. So now you have this. And now you can put it on a box. And you can tie it around. I mean, we don't want to cover up the Stampin' Up! Label. But let's say this was just a box that you had wrapped with craft paper, and of course I now have this going the wrong way, but you would stamp it here, and then you could tie it in a bow. So first a knot, so, and then a bow. Beautiful. And then you can slide it any which way. Isn't that handy? So that's a great little label here. All right, so there's that one, and it's nice and big, so that's good. You could always stamp this on it. I just happen to have this one laying around. And don't forget about the free shipping on Thursday. Okay, now back to what I'm showing you. Don't get distracted, Jackie. And hopefully nothing else will fall apart. Okay, so now we want to do this cute little one. And, oh yeah, we're going to make the other one even prettier. I have to take it off now. Okay, so now we have that big white one. I took it off. We're going to put this pretty rose on here. Okay, and then I use this one to cut another blue one because we have this little piece on here. So if you're using this one all by itself, oh, this one might require, see, it goes right at the top. This is really tricky. And you know, to be totally honest, if you have a little hole punch, I would do that. But this is if you don't have a hole punch, this does line up perfectly. But it needs some washi tape to hold it in place. I'm going to try and wing it. Oh yeah, see? Not good. Not good at all. So anyway, I'm not even going to bother with this. See, it's just a little hole. Very thoughtful of them to give it to you, but unless I'm just not feeling very patient, you would have to put it down with a piece of washi tape and then it'll be fine. I have a hole punch, I'll use that. Thank you very much. Okay, so don't feel like you have to use every piece that's in there. I mean, mind you, if they hadn't given it to us, we'd probably be complaining about it, right? We'd say, wow, well, how am I supposed to get a hole in here? Okay, so let's take a look and see what happens here. Can't get through. Oh, and then I forgot. That's okay. I got a little squirrely. I'm sorry, because I started showing you something else. But look how nice this is. All the pieces fall out. You could put another one underneath, and see, then you get that showing. How pretty is that? So that's a really nice tag. And let's put this back, get rid of our little bits and bobs. And then I'll show you the one I was going to show you all along. This cute little one. Then there's a butterfly. And there is, here we're not even on all the way. Here. And there's a little branchy thing. Okay. So there's a lot of dies in here. And it does make for some beautiful tags. Let's go all the way through. And let's have a look. So what's nice about these tags is that they are a little bit outside of the norm. And I'm not going to stamp today. This is all about die cutting. And then we have the butterfly. See, and you know, if you don't want to do all that picking, again, you just go with your die brush and it gets most of them out. And then your pokey tool there. And some people leave some of them in. So don't feel you have to take them all out. So there's the butterfly. And then here we have, oh, I lost it. There. Here's the little branchy thing. And this looks really cute with a watercolor wash or in a metallic. My friend Beth is going to have this set, and I know she's going to make beautiful things with it. So here we have a bunch. So that's what we have so far. Then we also have, looks kind of nice on the black, doesn't it? And then we have this one here. See, and you do need the two holes, although, you know, a little secret. Of course, you do want to get the twine to go through, but if you don't need the twine, I just go like that and I take my poking tool and I push it right through. Okay, but the other little die, most people will have more patience than I do, and you will use that little piece and make a hole in the top of it. Okay, just a little piece of washi tape will save your sanity. Okay, so that is Exhibit A. And Exhibit A was, let's go back to it, the Designer Tags Dies. Page 159165, not page, item number. This will be great for your free shipping. Okay, so now we're going to go to the mini pocket envelope dies. We're going to check them out. So I'm going to start with cutting these all out in white, but I've gotten a few gifts with these and they've cut them out of pattern paper. But let's do it in white first. And this is going to be pretty tight. I have this, if I do it straight on, it's not good, but if I angle it just a little bit, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut in half, so it's 4 1/4, and it works. So I'm going to just grab that whole sandwich and put it back in. There we go. Give it a little push. And then start it, and then put your hand up here. And there we go. Let's take a look, see? See, and the nice thing is it has the score lines on it, you can see, and it has that cute little scalloped edge. So now you will want to get a bone folder and fold along the edges. I'm not doing it. Sometimes I'm stubborn. I don't want to wait. I know, shocking, right? So here you have it. You're just going to put your adhesive on here and fold it shut. You can run it through the embossing folder to make it prettier, but we're going to do it now with some pattern paper. So I have this retired pattern paper from last celebration, and I'm going to slide this in again. It's a great way to use up your pattern paper. You know, I've been complaining about gifty things for the longest time, but honestly, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful way to use your pattern paper. It's a great way to coordinate your cards with a gift, people are so impressed when they see that, because when they get a card, that's already pretty amazing. But if you've also made a little gift for them that coordinates with the card, they're really impressed. Woo! Did you hear that? Now, if you're a first-time stamper, you think, oh my goodness, I have broken the machine. But the reason it makes such a noise is because there's a little roller underneath, and this all goes in at the same time, and it makes a bit of a cracking sound. But nothing broke. No, nothing was injured. Now, because this is why I did it in white first, you have a hard time seeing the fold lines on the pattern paper. So I should get a bone folder and do it properly. But yeah, listen to me. I'm not doing it, am I? So you go like so. And I'm not going to lie, I hate this color. So I'm really happy to see this way. And then we'll tuck something in so that we don't see this either. And then look at, this is what I have received. See, little stroke waffle mini fits in there. And then we'll show, here's another one. And see, you can put your business card in there, a little treat. How cute is that? All right, so let's see what else we have in our set. We have a stitched oval, a little square. So you could make a little pocket, you could make a little window in your treat bag thing. See? Let's do it again. I'm going to do it in here. See? And then they can see what's inside. That's kind of fun. Put some acetate. Of course, it makes it a little bit more work. So you have to decide. You don't have to do it for that. You could also use this to cut out your sentiment. So there's all kinds of options. Let's cut it through. And so the noises are normal. So here, and what's nice is that you get this nice little edge going all the way around. It's quite pretty. Okay, it's not stitched, but it's cute. So we could do that. And I'll make projects with these and I'll share them on my blog or on Instagram. Okay, you can follow me everywhere as the Pampered Stamper. I try to keep it simple. Okay, so let's get, here, we'll just break this off. But it's a great trick to just use white paper at first and cut everything, just so that you get an idea of how it works. And it just, you know, sometimes, like I said, for me anyway, there's surprises. Maybe you know exactly how it's all going to go right from the get-go, but I do not. So, see, like this one, I'm not sure. I think I know what it's for, but we're going to find out. And like this one, not quite sure, but we'll see. This one. All right, so now we're going to put our top plate. The problem with having a clear top plate that has been brand new, sometimes you can't see it. Okay, we've got that one. So those are all the extra pieces. Pick it all up. Oh, they moved a little bit, but oh, well, you know what? Here. I'm trying to do too much at once. Let's go like so. Put them all back in place. Do you find yourself trying to do too much at once? I would love to hear a funny story of what happened when you did that. Okay, press it, and away we go. I have needlessly burnt things because I've done too many things at once, where I've walked away from the stove. I've done that more often. And I should know by now. And I think, because you always take, I've also let the bathtub overflow. So look how pretty that is. Now, okay, so I think, not sure, would that just go over top of something? A little ribbon. This also goes over top, that it is just to cover up your, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to figure this out yet. Maybe I'll have to Google it. I'm really not that smart. And you know, I should know these things, but you know, the demonstrator doesn't always know everything. So I have this. I could put this on here with a little saying. I know that much. I could put this here so that it's a tag. This one can go like this or like this, however not. Okay, I know that. This could go like this. That's good too. This one, look, it just matches, coordinating. You could do that in a different color. That's cute. But this one, oh yeah, and this is a tiny little tag. That's really cute. You could add that to that. But I'm going to figure out the other ones and let you know. I was thinking that this would be a bow, but, all right, well, the mystery is still out there. Okay, you guys are going to laugh at me. I have figured it out. So I have a bone folder. I have this piece. We're going to just loosen it up a little bit, and you'll see why in a minute, or let's hope so. And I'm even going to loosen this one. This is a bow, okay? And what you want is a glue dot. Let's see if I can figure this out. Glue dots always leave the last one underneath, okay? So I'm going to put the glue dot on here. I'm hoping I picked the right side. And then it goes down on here. And now we're going to put a glue dot on the other piece. There. And down it goes. Now we have our little bow, and it doesn't matter which side you use. And then this piece, I think, just wraps around. No, it goes on the back. Oh my word. Okay, I haven't figured it out completely, but it does. Let's just do this, like so, and like so, and then we have our bow. See? And then we need another glue dot. So let's put a glue dot on there. Now that wasn't probably the smoothest execution, but it works. See? So now you've got a little bow to put on your paper. Now, I'm not going to lie. Some people will love a paper bow. I would probably just do a real bow, but that's entirely up to you. So that has explained the whole thing. Shall we do this? Shall we finish this? You can do this with either liquid adhesive or tear and tape. Okay, so I have my liquid adhesive, and we're just going to put a little bit on here and a little bit on here, and then I'm going to show you my white piece again to show you the possibilities for error, just in case you weren't aware. Okay, so I'm just giving that a press. You can use your bone folder, and then you have a nice little thing. And then the other thing I forgot to show you is, see that one die cut out 2 little holes. So you can choose if you want a little hole up here, you can do that. And then this piece also goes around. But like I said, again, you can just put that on here, and then you do have this hole to line up, or you can just use a hole punch. And then here's the white one, and you can see, can you see that the problem is with this? A, it is slightly crooked. B, it is not centered, okay? So I don't know if I would make a hole in there with acetate. I think it's an awful lot of work, but you know what? I'm a lazy stamper, and I know my friend Caro, she does all the cute little things, and she'll have a little tag on here with a little linen thread. She'll stamp something on it. It's going to be beautiful. It's a work of art, and I will try harder to emulate that because people do notice, you know. But I really love the little gnome, and I love this one as well. So I hope that you guys were inspired by this short video. Actually, it's probably not that short, but some great dies that you may have missed out on, and I think they're really, really cute. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope that you subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment. I always like to hear from you, where you're from, what you're doing, how you found me. All those things are just really nice. We don't meet in person, we're meeting online, but I'd like to have the feeling that I know you and that you know me, and it just makes it special to have an online stamping community. So take care, make sure you take a little time for yourself for Christmas, take a few minutes and just relax with your favorite beverage, a nice magazine, put on some nice music, go for a little walk, Fresh air always helps, and I should take my own medicine and do that as well. All right. Thanks again. Bye.